I'd like to greet all human beings all around the world with a universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor religious beliefs may be. It doesn't matter what your nationality may be. It doesn't matter if you're the richest to the poorest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you are the proclaimed toughest to the proclaimed weakest person on the face of this earth. It doesn't matter whether you like me, agree with me, whether you like my YouTube videos or not. It doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, or my proclaimed enemy. I greet all of you all with the same universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. Tonight happened to be Tuesday, November the 12th, 2017. The time being about 7:17 p.m. This is a YouTube video directed at individuals like, I ain't gonna say directed at, but to educate people on individuals like the individual called themselves 4 or 5 different persons. I'm gonna name some of them. The individual that called themselves Keith W. Supposed to be from Charleston, Missouri. Also used the name of Keith Walker. Also used the name of James Jarrett. Also used the name of Jesse James and a few other names. But this individual is an individual out of the 61 years that I done growed up, the time that I done seen in the streets, from the toughest to the meekest streets, from the roughest to the meekest prison, individuals like Keith, an ignorant coward, would start chaos and get out of the way and cause a lot of individuals to get killed. Even his family, even their family members. I done seen it. Let me tell you about Keith. Now, anybody that know Keith Walker, most people that told me that they knew him, and I showed y'all a picture of him before. I didn't put his white girlfriend on the picture because she has nothing to do with it. But this is a guy that talked about my dead mama, my dead cousin, talked about my dad, talked about my daughters. I want to show y'all something about this individual. He just like them 2 individuals that you all seen on my YouTube videos, coming by my house, disrespecting me, not by my house, but on the corner up here of my house, by my house, disrespecting me, disrespecting my family. You see, they don't know when they disrespect me, they disrespect my family. They always talk about my family, but the ones that talk about me, talk about my dead mother, they mother have histories that my mother don't have. You see what I'm saying? My mother never been out on drugs. My mother never been a prostitute. My mother never been in jail. And I ain't saying nothing about people, mothers that ever been, but I'm just talking about these individuals in particular that always talking about my people. They talk about my daddy, but my daddy is a World War II veteran. But let me tell you about this individual, Keith. Him and these other people, for years, telling y'all, right along with these corrupted police, and it's not all the police, right along with these white supremacists, and all whites down here is not white supremacists, right along with these NAACP present and past NAACP presidents and some of their members here in Charleston, Missouri, all of them was telling y'all for years that I raped children. But yet, a judge gave me custody of my children over their mother. You see what I'm saying? And these same individuals couldn't produce nothing. Keith, just recently, I'm gonna tell y'all what he doing now. First he playing with my family, now he out here playing with some of these individuals in these organizations out here. Now, anybody know me, know I haven't been ran out of Chicago. Keith asked a question. He said, why wasn't you leading in Chicago? If he'd have did some history, I did lead in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? I didn't lead the whole Chicago, but I led in Chicago. And I helped a lot of youngsters, black youngsters, come up out of Cabrini Green. Brought some down here. Some in the same organization that you claimed that ran me out of Chicago. Now I'm going to tell y'all what Keith said. Keith got on my thing. Now he want to bring the GDs and the BDs into this here now. Hey now. Not a man of his own. You see what I'm saying? He said the GDs and BDs ran me out of Chicago. 2 years ago, one of the dons of the GDs came down here. Him and another brother that I know from down here, we sat and talked. If I was ran out of Chicago, I'd be a dead man right now. This same Keith claimed he's a GD for life. You see what I'm saying? If any of y'all that know him and you in a circle with him, this guy is a guy you better beware of. Because tell him to produce any GDs and BDs in Chicago or anywhere else that said they ran me out of any place. You see what I'm saying? The difference than me and Keith do this here. In the penitentiary, he was probably doing the same thing, working his mouth, but he wasn't talking. Y'all know what I'm talking about. On his knees, working his mouth. I gave him an invitation, since he said I was ran out of Chicago, to come right here in my yard. Him and anybody else that agree with him that I was ran out of Chicago by anybody, run me out of Charleston. Run me off of my property, since you what you say you is for life. You see what I'm saying? What you're doing is you false flagging. You ain't no GD. You see what I'm saying? You might tell somebody else that's what you is, and anybody that stand for that, they should run you out of town if they don't put you in the grave, because you ain't gonna be able to produce what you said. You're playing with people who look at this thing serious. You look for it as a cover. You look for it as somebody to come do something to me. If somebody did shoot at me, Keith, I'll come at you and them two Negroes that came by my house before I come at anybody else. And I guarantee you, I'll drop you. You see, it'll be close up, just like this here. It ain't gonna be from a distance. You see, when you get to trying to put gangs and other things against me, you're putting yourself in danger. You better remember where your mama work at. You see what I'm saying? You better remember. See, you can't protect yourself, let alone your mama. I can protect my two daughters and my daddy and me. All you got to do is bring your behind, bring them two coward friends of yours with you. And matter of fact, when did I get run out? When was the last time I was a resident in Chicago? You can't tell that. I was in the penitentiary with GDs and BDs. I was just at a funeral this year with resting dons, active and non-active GDs and BDs. Why wasn't I ran out of that funeral? You know why? Because you using their name in vain, and I hope they find you, you see what I'm saying, and give you what you need, because what you're going to end up doing, Keith, you're going to end up getting somebody innocent killed, because if a nigga run up on me because of something you said, I'll find you. And when I do find you, I guarantee you the groundhogs will bring you mail, nigga. You're fooling with the wrong one. Now take that to the bank. Bring your ass on down here. Peace be still.